Hello and welcome back to our another tutorial session on Introduction to Graphic Design. In this video, we'll discuss what is graphic design and what does it mean.
So let's get started. So let's learn the basics of graphics. Graphics are visual communication by the proper use of graphical events like typography, photography, iconography, and are illustrated in terms by graphic design. Creating a prototype of your thoughts in graphical form and through that graphic conveying a message to another is termed as graphic design. Thinking over complex problem is a creative and smart way to produce a solution in graphic design. So in graphic design we have two things, graphic and design. Here is graphic, which means visual. Things human can see and understand are visual, like art, imagination and expression. So the graphic part of graphic design is made up of visual elements that are building blocks of design. So here are some visual elements that combine to create graphic design. These are lines, color, shape, texture, forms and typography. Choose these visual elements and arrange them on a surface in a layout to convey an idea. Now, the second part is design. Design is something like guessing the functioning, looks, and working even before the production of a product. So, design is planning of something even before its production. Using the logic of solving a problem is called design. So design is thinking, problem solving and practicality theory. Using all these we got a perfect idea, and then with the help of graphic we can move it into reality. So coming to this first point, which is balance. If you made any artwork or design and if both their sides are balanced, it means that elements or things you have pasted on both the sides are identical, exactly similar and have symmetry in them. Then that image is called balanced image. Now, balance has three types. First one is symmetrical, second one is asymmetrical, and third is radial. So, symmetrical balance is a type of balance in which weight is equally divided on the horizontal and the vertical axis. Next is asymmetrical balance. In this, the elements pasted on both the sides are not balanced, meaning one side has more elements than the other. If you want to grab others' focus, then asymmetrical balance is used as your first sight got struck on the object which is placed with the emphasis of the whole artwork. Now coming on to the third point, that is radial balance. You may have seen many times that these elements present in the artwork or design bring your attention to the focal point. They even can have center or align to left or right is called radial balance. Now coming to these figures, you will get a clear-cut idea after seeing these figures. As I have told you earlier, balance is of three types: asymmetry balance, symmetry balance and radial balance. So you can see the first figure is the horizontal symmetry balance. The elements used in it is equal elements from both the sides, same as approximate horizontal symmetry. Third is radial symmetry, in which I have told you earlier that if your eye focus is captured by a focal point, then it is radial symmetry. Next one is asymmetry, in which we have already discussed that if we want to keep focus to a particular point, then we use asymmetry balance. Next one is alignment. Alignment plays an important role in design. Now alignment can be of anything like shape, image, text, etc. We have four categories of alignment. First one is left alignment, second is right alignment, third is center alignment, and the last is justifying. In left alignment, all the text or things we have placed will be aligned towards the left side. They need not be aligned from the right. Same goes for a right alignment. All the text or things we have placed must be aligned towards the right hand side. Now, center alignment is what that is aligned to center both horizontally and vertically. And the last one is justifying alignment. It is aligned from both left and right. The image, text and shape used in the picture are aligned to middle or center, that is called center alignment. In the figure you can see visuals written over here. In the left part, the visual is left aligned and the right is not aligned to left. So you can see that it is coming out of the green line. So on the left it is aligned and on the right it is not aligned. Now you can see the rectangles in the right picture. One is organized alignment and the other one is not organized. You can see that it is also justifiable that the alignment from top to bottom and right to left. So next is hierarchy. Hierarchy is the control of visual information in an arrangement of presentation to imply importance. Hierarchy helps in conveying the message and brand to the audience by focusing on a particular element. Hierarchy can be achieved by highlighting the title using large or bold fonts. If you have some message you want to get focused on, then you should keep in mind the higher level and the lower level comparatively. If you want to focus on particular information, then you can add it to this shape and it would be highlighted. Also, you can see its contrast colors. So in this design, you can easily point out the heading, date, shape, image and also the text at bottom. So this is good example of hierarchy where we want to look at the most important thing first, the other important thing later on. In this example, we can easily read the title, then heading and its subheadings. So now moving on to the next point, which is contrast. Contrast is used to emphasize the element in the design where we want to grab customers' attention. Contrast is formed when design elements are placed in opposite on the layout. For example, dark versus light, thin versus thick, contemporary versus traditional, large versus small. This image can be seen darkened to allow the text to create a shape, a sharp contrast against the background. Moving forward is the sequence and the next is rhythm or repetition. Let's understand repetition first. Any element which is repeating itself is called repetition and the result obtained from it is called pattern. For example, floor tiles, one thing is going on in a pattern. Now let's look at rhythm. Rhythm is a pattern, but some different things are starting to come in. Means they are same in looking but a little bit unexpected, and that is called rhythm. Now let's understand how do we use rhythm in our design. First, prepare in your mind that it is not necessary that you have rhythm in your single design. Actually, rhythm creates a link with your other designs. For example, you can see corporate identities, business cards, letterheads, envelopes, all are placed together and looks like they are a single family, that is called rhythm. Although these designs are different, but the elements occur repeatedly and a whole campaign is running. That is rhythm. You can see an online portfolio where green color is used repeatedly. Then that is called rhythm. Next is proximity. Proximity is the closeness of two or more elements. They turn close when they form a group of information. Always remember, when you are designing a brochure, designing anything which is related to it, providing similar information, then their proximity should be close. Means you must keep them close together to develop more sense. The above is an example of proximity. Here, the shapes which are being used are circles and the colors used are pink, blue to create an organized design. Here is an example of Adidas. You can see if the elements used are not in an organized way, then it develops no sense. On the other hand, we have placed elements close in, are organized and they looks like a developed design. So the next is color and space. The first thing you need to do is choose the right color for your design to make your design better. Color plays a crucial role in your design, and the next thing you need to be aware of is space. Space is defined as the part between the two elements that you have to use in your design. For example, you can see this picture here. The color used are giving a vibrant and energetic feeling to the entire image. Next is the type of graphics. There are two types of graphic. First one is raster graphics and the second one is vector graphic. Let's understand what are raster graphics and what are vector graphics. Raster graphics are made of pixels. If you zoom it by 100%, then pixels will be visible. For example, if you zoomed a photograph by 100%, then pixels starts to be visible by you. Next is vector graphic. Vector graphics are made up of mathematical formula elements like line, shape. If you zoom it by 100%, then these will not get pixelated, means that their pixels will not be visible to you. And now, the last but not the least is graphic designing tool. If you're making a design, then you must have a hands-on to the tool to determine which software you will be using for which purpose. Softwares like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign or Corel Draw are all visible, but all of them serve different purpose. Here Adobe Illustrator and Corel Draw are used for printing purpose, means if you have designed a banner which you are going to get printed, then you must use Corel Draw or Illustrator. If you want to design some book, magazine, then you can use InDesign. And if you want to design something creative for digital platform, then you can use Photoshop.
Stay tuned for more content about graphic design. And if you found this video informative, then please do watch out our another video on product package design. If you found this video enlightening, then please hit the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel so that you can stay updated with lots of amazing video coming your way. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon. Stay connected with Propel Guru.